Hi, this is Lisa from creativecanines.blogspot.com, and I'm going to show you a rare glimpse of myself. Oh no, wait! It's my favorite Australian Shepherd, Panda. Thanks, Panda. She was helping me out there. She has just got done coloring this magnificent card, or she's trying to take credit for it, I'm not sure which, of Sassy Studios' design new Stampin' Stella. Isn't she fantastic? And once I saw Stampin' Stella, I knew what I need to do. I need to make a Copic tutorial of how to color Stampin' Stella's hair. So we're going to be working with the digital image of Stampin' Stella from Sassy Studio Designs. And I'm going to make her a brunette with a little bit of red undertones. I would say more of an odd burn color. I'm going to use the following colors: E13, E17, E18, and E19. Now, the thing about these colors is that E19 is not the darkest color. Just when you thought you got Copic markers all figured out, they throw you a curveball. You do need to double check your markers. E18 is the darkest. I'm going to start with that. I'm going to have my light source coming from this direction. I'm going to start on this side here, and I use a modified feather stroke. It's something I came up with myself, which I put more pressure on the top of the stroke than the bottom, which makes kind of a feathery appearance. And I'm going to be pretty delicate around her face, and I always color faces last on my stamps, and the reason being is because I don't want to goof them up. If I accidentally make a mistake after I've spent so much time coloring a face, oh, it's such a bummer. So if I make a mistake now and get some color on her face, I can use my colorless blender to fix it. Now, if you've ever seen anybody with a bob hair with the dark hair like this, you know how shiny they look, and they're fantastic. And so we're going to do about the same thing here. So we're going to make a big shine mark, just like our example. We're going into the E19 now, and I blend differently. I blend going into my other color as opposed from the other color down. I was finding that as I was trying to learn how to use Copics, that the regular way was not working for me, and so I kind of developed my own techniques. And if you want to have a highlight, here's the deal. You go in to get your hair colored at the salon, they give you highlights and lowlights, and the reason why they do that is you won't notice the highlights without the lowlights unless you go super, super light. Uh-oh, I jumped a color there. I got too excited. Let me E17 first before my E13. So that's what we're going to do here too, is we're going to make sure that she has plenty of lowlights or darker color around her highlight that we're going to put in right now. We went from the E17 now into the E13. And really, you know, these images are so amazing and so much fun to color. I timed myself on a really complicated image, and it took me an hour and a half. I had fun every single second, just so you know. Going back up with the E17 to rework that in. Okay. Now with my E19 down here. Followed once again by my E18. And I will go back over all these with my E17, and you can tell I went out the lines a little bit there. I'm coloring more quickly than I normally would. But actually, it's okay. There we go. I'm going to run that up there a little bit more. Okay. And now I'm going to go back reverse again. And I'll do this several times until I get the look I want. I tend to E17 go for a more smooth look or smooth coloring effect. That's what I like. And once again with my E13. Now, after we're done with this, we're going to focus on the underside of the hair. Make a mistake and you cannot fix it, and you love your image, which has happened to me before. I've like had the most perfect face and head you've ever seen. I was so happy and proud of myself, and then I goofed up on the boy's shirt. I remember this. Anyway, I cut off the head. I'm not too proud to say that. I did it. So again, I'm going to be really careful around the face here. The underside of people who have bob haircuts tend to be really, really dark, because there's not as much light getting in there. And you can see where I've lightened up that color where I made my mistake. I am going to go back over it again. And I'll probably have to go back over it 2 or 3 more times to fully get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to start working on my other side. Once again, starting with my darkest color, which is E18. And I'm going to have to try it a little bit. I apologize. I don't have the easiest time working this is straight. Onto a picture, I really tend to curve it out, and this is pushing it for me. This is as straight as I can get on this side. Okay. I always tend to put a little bit more dark next to her face because I think it emphasizes the face, but also because your hair tends to be a little bit darker around your face. Here's a tip or a trick I like to use. Is my daughter, it's been a few years, she's 14 now. She just turned 14, used to be really into American Girl dolls. I mean, not like some girls are, but pretty much into them. And her grandmother had bought her several of them, and she had all the little clothes. And I can't say that I'm unhappy that we're out of that phase, honestly, because some of those outfits were, you know, outrageous. We did go to the American Girl doll store. That was way cool, but in California, that was fun to have lunch there and everything. That was awesome. But the reason I bring this up was not because I'm trying to do a promo for going to the American Girl doll store and it's awesome and go have lunch with your American Girl doll. Although, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That was cool. What I'm trying to say is that once you buy something from American Girl doll, or you know somebody, or you maybe have grandchildren who love them, there is a definite bonus to the American Girl doll, is they send you their catalogs. And the reason why this is good is that they never take you off the mailing list either. By the way, they'll like claim they're going to say that, you know, if you don't, you know, fork over another $80 for a doll outfit, they're going to take you off. But in all honesty, they don't. And the beauty of this is that there's so many different girls in there with so many different hair types and hair colors, and in so many different, looking in different directions with the light source facing different ways. It's so awesome. And the reason why that's awesome is because you can recreate your Copic markers. You can. And it makes life so much easier. Now, I'm not going to put too much dark over here. I'm going to have to blend this in a few more times. It's harder when I'm on tape because I tend to, as I said, blend a lot more normally. Okay. And I will use the side of my tip too, and that's a trick. The reason why that's a trick is it puts on such a thin layer of ink that even if it's a super light color, it doesn't tend to move the ink as much. Shading in here, I would probably take a little bit more time, but now you have an idea how to shade Stella's hair. You have some tips and tricks on how to do it. And I hope that you enjoyed our video. And Panda and I both thank you. Once again, this is Lisa at creativecanines.blogspot.com. And this is a Sassy Studios design, Stampin' Stella. Thank you.